Hey everyone, today we'll discuss a super cool topic, and it's all about sending bulk HTML emails from your Gmail using Google Sheets. And the best part, it's absolutely free. Now picture this, you have got a bunch of emails you need to send out, whether it's for your business, a club, or just a big virtual party invite. Gmail is awesome, right? But manually sending each email can be a real pain. That's where this hack comes in handy. Alright, here's what you'll need. A Gmail account, obviously, Google Sheets, because that's where we'll write the code, and a dash of patience and a pinch of creativity. First of all, let's open a new spreadsheet, or you can also open an existing one. I'll go to the sheet name and change the sheet name to something, maybe email details or just email. You can change it to any name that you want, but make sure that you're remembering the name in the code as well. So in the column A, let's write here mail IDs. In column B, let's write the name of the recipient. In column C, let's write membership. So in today's example, I'll create a bulk email wherein we'll send out the members of a club about their membership status or something. You can change all these things. For example, if you need some more other variables, like when you are sending out the results to your students, you want the scores of each student or their result, like pass or fail, or their mobile number or anything. You can add as many fields as you want, and I'll tell you how you can include all these variables in your code as well. Now let's start writing the code for sending emails. For that, you should go to extensions on top of your spreadsheet. Let's click on extensions and click on AppScript. One thing you need to remember is that sometimes even when you click on AppScript, it might not open immediately. Try again 2 or 3 times and a window looking like this should open up for you. You can name the project here. Let's name it email, and I'll rename it. We use JavaScript framework or AppScript scripting language in Google Sheet automation. We can use GS, or we can use HTML, or we can also use CSS in this. For writing the GS, we'll write it on code.gs. If you can't find this area, you can go to this plus sign here and click on script. So I already have this here, so I'll start writing the code here. I'll just delete everything and start from scratch. Let's start by opening a function. Let's type in function, and let's also give a name for the function. Here we'll write send email, and we'll put brackets, and we'll open a curly bracket, and let's hit enter. This is our function, and we'll write the function code inside this area. Let's start by referring to the worksheet that we have, or the spreadsheet that we have. This is the spreadsheet that we have. Let's refer to that sheet. For that, let's write var ss. Ss is just a variable name I'm putting, so you can put any name instead of that. Is equal to, I'll put spreadsheet app dot get active spreadsheet. You can use your keyboard to navigate through all these things. Get active spreadsheet. So what we did now is we refer to the active spreadsheet, the entire spreadsheet that we have. We also need to refer to this particular sheet here. For that, let's put a full stop, and after that, let's say get sheet. You need to open a bracket and close a bracket to refer to that. That's why it didn't suggest me anything. After that, let's put a period here, and let's say get sheet by name, and let's open a bracket and close a bracket, and let's put a semicolon here. Now what we did is we are referring to the active spreadsheet, that is a spreadsheet that we are writing the code in, and after that we refer to the sheet by its name. Now we need to give the name inside here. For that, let's put double inverted comma, and we should give, as the code suggests, get sheet by name. So let's go here and double click here and Control C and go back here and let's put it here. I didn't type in the name directly, although I knew that the name is just email, because we need to be very careful while typing in the sheet name. You can't make any typing mistakes or spelling mistakes or anything, because then it wouldn't refer to the sheet that we are aiming for. Let's go back here. Let's type the next thing. That is, we know that this is the sheet that we are looking for, but we also need to look till which row we need to look data. So suppose that I have mail IDs till 11th row. I need to understand what is the last row of data in this. I can't just go and write in the code that 11 is the last row. It need to be dynamic. That is, if someone adds new rows here, I don't have to go back to the code and change it again and again. So we'll find a way to dynamically understand what is the last row. But before that, let's go and fill in some data here. So mail IDs, some fake mail IDs I'll put. So you can put as many mail IDs as you want, and you should put some real mail IDs whom to you want to send the data to, send the email to. So name, let's type in some name. And membership, for that we'll give platinum, gold, and I'll just fill in the data like this. And I'll also put a valid email address so that I can show you the example at last. So I'll put my own email address. Yes, so this is a valid email address, so I can send the data to myself and show as an example. And let's put a name here. So a name can be John. Let's put that as an example here. And membership I'm putting here as silver. Now, membership is a variable. Name is also a variable. These are things that you want to send as bulk personalized email. So when you send a mail, you want to tell hi John or hi Rebecca. So these are variables that change every time. So in each of the mail, this particular field will be changed. That's why we are referring it here. If that field is not gonna change for any mail, and if it is a constant in every mail, then you don't have to refer these things here. You don't have to use this particular column at all. Then let's go back to the code here and let's declare, or let's a variable, we'll tell the variable about the last row. So let's say var last row is equal to, we already have the spreadsheet here, so we'll just tell yes dot get last row. One thing to remember is that this particular field, that is Google Sheet automation, is case sensitive. So make sure that you're using the correct lowercase or uppercase that you have mentioned. Get last row, and let's open bracket and close bracket. Now we have the last row. Let's check whether we are getting the last row. For that, let's say logger dot log, and inside bracket we will say last row. Let's save this code. It's gonna take a few seconds, and then let's run this. And the very first time you're running it, there is a chance that this code will ask you for authorization, and you should give permission. Let's see. So this is the first time I'm running this or using this particular sheet, so I need to give permissions to access my G Sheet. And when you have, I'll select the Google account, and you need to go to advanced, and yeah, just give permission. You don't have to worry about anything because this code is being written by you. The system exists because if you are just using some random code or something, it shouldn't be able to hack into your system or anything. The access was not given properly. I'll try again. But here you're using your own code, so you don't have to be careful. You don't have to be worried about that. I'll select the email account and advanced, and I need to allow it. I think I clicked cancel before, I don't remember, but Yes, now we have allowed it and the execution has started. And as you can see, the logger has logged as 7. So let's go here and see. Yes, the last row here is 7. So that is done. Now let's type in the remaining code. For the remaining code, let's start for a for loop. So for, I'll tell you why we are using this. Var I is equal to 1, I lesser than last row plus 1, I plus plus. So this for loop states that for I is equal to 1, that is I is equal to first row till I is equal to last row plus 1. I is less than last row plus 1. So last row is 7 and last row plus 1 will be 8. So in this for loop, we will go through each of the row from 1, 2, 3, 4 till last row plus 1 minus 1. That is 7. We will go from 1 to 7. But if you look here, the first column is just heading. So I don't think we need the first column at all. So let's say I is equal to 2 and I lesser than last row and I plus plus, that is I incrementing. So first time it will be I is equal to 2, then I is equal to 3 until I is equal to 7. So after closing the circular bracket, I have started a curly bracket, and inside the curly bracket we'll type in our code for the for loop. Here let's say where email is equal to ss dot get range, and I is the raw number here. So the first time it runs I will be 2, next time it will be 3, etc. and comma. Let's put in the column number. So email is in the first column for me, so I'll type in as first, so 1 and bracket close, and then I'll put value. So to get the value we can put in as get value, open bracket and close bracket and semicolon. Here what we do is that we are telling email address is equal to, instead of email you can put any other word, just don't use space, email address or email or anything. Email is equal to ss, that is our sheet, dot get a range. The range I1 for the first time will be 1 1, that is this one, 2 1, and that address, and we are taking the value of that address. So the value of the first time will be fake at m.com. Now this is the email address. Let's also put in something like, if you want to declare something, you can declare other things. For example, you want to add CC or BCC, then add other columns and variabilize those things. Let's put the next line. The next line should be subject. So I'm putting var subject is equal to, let's just type in our subject here. This is a subject for you. Yeah. Now this is a constant subject for every mail, but if you want to add variable subject, what you can do is, instead of subject, you can just type in something like this, and instead of 1 you can refer to the column number wherein subject is written. For example, if you have the subject here and then you can tell it is column D, so it will be 4 instead of 1. But now I don't have a subject here, I mean variable subject, so I'm just sending out the same subject for everyone. So I'll just type in the subject by words inside double inverted commas, and I don't want this column here. Now let's go back here, and the next thing is we need to declare a message. Now the message is an HTML message. For an HTML message, you need to create an HTML message. For that, let's go to a different site that is called befree.io. This is a completely free website, and it will help you generate HTML based emails and pages for completely free. But you can use up to 6 email generation per month. That is, you can generate templates for email up to 6 per month, but you can definitely use different email IDs for that. I'll show you how you can create one for free. After you go to this site, let's go to create new. After that, let's select create a new email, and you'll see a lot of blank templates here you can select from. You can also search here, let's say something like club, and I'm searching for club here. Yeah, we'll have many things over here, and I'm selecting the first one I'm seeing. You can select any design you want to, and in fact, the best thing is that even if you don't like a design like that, you can start designing the template. After you go here, I'm not gonna explain you how to edit all these things and design all these things. I'm gonna just show you very randomly all these things. Now let's go here, your logo. Here you can put in your own logo. For that, just click here and you can see change image. So once you change image, click on it, you can either upload, import, or search for free photos. I'm not gonna use any of those things. I'm just gonna delete this thing. So just go away. Now don't worry about this field, it won't appear in your final email. Or if you don't want to keep this area at all, then you can just delete here. Now I have another image here. uh, these all are images. So let's go here, and I'm gonna say something like xx name. So let's just say that this is the area where I want to include the name of the internship. Okay, you can include it anywhere. Just put in some variable like this, that is your, like for example, I'm very sure that this entire email wouldn't have any other name called xx name xx. So I'm just putting a name here so that I can change it in the variable. Let's put here as membership. So xx membership xx. You can put any such thing. I'm just putting some random words so that I can change this into variable later. So you can change any of these things, but here when you scroll down to the bottom, you will see that there is a watermark or a copyright kind of thing, that is a site name. These things are also deletable, but this thing is not deletable. You'll have to purchase the upgrade to next level, but I'll show you a way through which you can remove this for free. These things all are buttons. For example, this thing, this is a button here. So when you go here, it will link to this one. So instead of that, let's say www.google.com. Just remember which one we gave the example for. I think it was shop now. Yeah. So ideally, when the email user, the recipient, click on shop now, it should go to www.google.com. You can put any site there, your site, the club membership site, or anything. So let's just say that in the final result, we need the name here. You can add it anywhere. Like for example, here you have a sentence or something, and you need to say hi Karthik or hi Arjun or something. You can add it there anywhere. I'm just adding it here so that in the final result we can make sure that it worked. So in the final result we should have the name here. We should have the membership here, and I think that's it, right? Yeah. Any other variable you have over here, you can add it here. Now after you are done with it, let's go and click on exit, and before you click on exit, make sure it is showing saved here. Now let's click exit, and I have 2 out of 6 more monthly reports, so this month I can make 4 more reports. Once it is over, I'll use some other email ID. I mean, making email ID is free anyway. So let's click on export, or if you still want to edit, you can click edit here. I'll click on export here, and I'll go to copy the HTML here. So let's click on copy the HTML, and let's copy the HTML. Done. Let's go back to our code here, and on the plus icon here, let's click on HTML, and let's name uh, mail template, and inside here I'll just make this blank and paste the data here. So this is the data that we have taken from the site. Now When you come here, you'll understand they have created this entire template by making these as tables. So this is one table row, this is one table row. They have made it entirely using table idea. So let's do one thing. Remember that we had something in the bottom that mentioned about the company designed with Be Free. Be Free is the company that we use to make template and everything. Let's scroll down to the bottom, and you can see a session here, TR and TR open. Let's select this one. You'll understand this is the one to be selected because if you look carefully, you'll see designed with bfree.com and all those things. So this entire TR, do not select the table, only the TR, the last TR section. Select it and just delete it or backspace it. That is done. Now, if you don't want to remove any of these things, you can keep it like this. But if you want to remove something like I don't know, some external links or anything, you can remove it. That is, externally referring to some site for font or images. If you don't want those things, you can delete it. You can just look carefully through the code. You'll understand where it is used. You basically don't need any knowledge in HTML or CSS for this. It's very common sense. You can just look carefully at it and you'll understand where what is used. Or else you can just keep it like this and go back to our code here. So we came here. Let's declare what messages or message is equal to HTML service. So HTML service dot create HTML output from file. So HTML service dot create HTML output from file, and inside bracket let's put in what is the file name. So the file name we have given as mail template. So let's type in mail template. Got it? Dot get content, open bracket, close bracket, and semicolon. Let's click on enter here, and let's ideally this is enough, but remember that we use something called xx name xx and xx membership xx. Let's change that. For that, let's say message is basically the variable we just declared. Message is equal to, we are redeclaring it, or we are not actually redeclaring it, we are just changing something in it. Message is equal to message dot replace. So we are trying to replace something in the message, let's say the xx name thing. So open bracket, a single inverted comma, and xx name xx. This is the name we gave for x. You can give any name in the code, but use the same code here as well, comma. Now what should we replace this with? Let's say ss dot get a range. Ss is the sheet, and we'll get the range of I and 1 2 b. So it is second column, 2 dot get value, open bracket, close bracket. Done. That's it. Now let's do put semicolon here. Okay, let's do the same thing for exits membership as well. So I'll just copy this here and paste it here. Let's say xx membership. I am assuming that this is the spelling that I gave there as well. And instead of I2, it is I3 because membership was in column C. Let's go back here, and the message drafting section is done. Now let's just type in the code for sending the mail. You can just simply type in as a mail app dot send email, and inside bracket the first field will be email address. So here the variable we used is email. If you use some other variable here, then use the same variable here. And next one is subject. The subject we used is subject, and let's put a comma, and we'll put just inverted commas, blank, nothing, just inverted commas, two inverted commas, and we'll put a comma here. And now let's open a curly bracket. We opened a curly bracket, and inside the curly bracket let's type in HTML body. I don't think you will get suggestions for this, but HTML body, and that is message. So HTML body dot that is message. And that is also done. So this is basically the line where you will send out mail. I'll give you one more hack, that is sometimes when you send mail there might be some issue or anything. So what would happen is that when you're sending all these mails, maybe this particular mail ID might be invalid or something, and the code might crash and the code might get stop executing then. So let's type in something before this, that is try, open the bracket, and let's close the bracket after this. So we are just trying this, and if the trying doesn't work, let's say catch. So when the trying doesn't work, we'll catch. Now what do we need to do in catch? That is, trying is doing this. If this doesn't work, it comes to here and it will continue doing the code for every row. So inside catch, I'll just write in the, okay, so catch, what do we want to catch? Error. So please write that as well. So catch error, and inside catch I'll just write logger dot log, and inside log I'll just say error. So it will show me the what error I am facing. So I'll close the, yeah, it is already closed here. So that's it. That's a code. You can just use this code and make sure that you have the HTML template here in and use the correct template ID here. Just mail template, not mail template dot html. You don't have to mention like mail template dot html, just mail template is enough. So here I'll just save the code first. So I'm saving the code, and after the code is saved, I'll click on run. Let's see if some error is happening. Okay, you need to review permissions again because now you added code for sending mail. You didn't give permission to send mail, so you need to give permission to send mail from your mail ID. Hello, and that should work. Yeah. So 7 is the log for last row. So nothing else is shown because log was for, I think, error thing. So it just means that there is no error at all. The mail is sent. I'll show you the mail that I've received in this particular mail ID. Give me a second. Yeah, so this is the mail I just received for this subject line. This is subject for you. We use this as subject, I guess. And this is the mail. Let's come here and see. Instead of access name, I got the name in that particular row. So that particular row value was John. So I got that value. Good. Now, when you come here, the silver X box, I don't know why it came as silver X. So the silver book should have been correct. I'll go check the code here. I think we used an extra X here. Membership X. Yeah, I think we should use 2X here, then it would work fine. Yeah. Go here. Then, yeah, this is the thing. I think we had a button as well. So shop now. Let's see whether it would work. Yes. So I clicked that button and it went to google.com, and that's what we have directed the button to. So this is how you can send multiple, personalized mail with HTML body to many people, a bulk of people. I hope this video was clear and made some use for some of you at least. If you like this video, I also have other video about how you can send bulk emails through Gmail without all this HTML stuff and everything, just regular old-fashioned emails. Or if you don't have Gmail domain at your workplace, maybe you're using Outlook in your workplace, then there is this thing called VBA. That is, instead of using G Sheet, we'll be using VBA language, or Excel automation. So you will write the code in Excel and you will send personalized bulk emails to many people through Outlook using Excel. I also have a video about that in my channel. If you need Outlook or Excel automation, you can look at that video. Thanks everyone. I hope everyone understood what I was trying to tell in this video. Thank you.